So, BooBoo vacates his WBO strap, thus having Jenibek Alimkhanuly elevated to the WBO middleweight champion, and MarvNation wins a $2.4 million purse bid for the Zepeda Prograis title fight. Let's chop it up. Hey, what's up with it, family? It's Hot Boxing Minute, your favorite pharmaceutical engineer turned boxing analyst, back at you with that realness, because that's the only way I can serve it. Strange things going on in the boxing world. I want to start off with Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade, as we know, there was like rumors going on and people weren't exactly sure. Well, it's been confirmed now. They got the letterhead from the WBO. It's floating around on social media that essentially Demetrius Andrade has vacated his WBO middleweight championship, his title belt, and that caused the WBO to elevate the secondary champion, Jenibek Alimkhanuly, into the full WBO middleweight champion of the world. Now, that puts some interesting power plays going on because the middleweight division, the landscape of it just changed. So, as it stands in the middleweight division, of course, you have he actually still has his WBC franchise belt, oddly enough. I don't even want to get into the franchise mess that's going on with Canelo, but you have the Ring magazine, which is held by Gennady Golovkin. He also has the IBF and the WBA. So the Ring, IBF, WBA is held by Gennady Golovkin, who is from Kazakhstan, just like Jenibek Alimkhanuly. The other champion is Jermall Charlo. He has the WBC belt. So you got Jenibek Alimkhanuly, Jermall Charlo, and Gennady Golovkin are the three champions in the middleweight division. Obviously, Triple G's got that fight coming up with Canelo, which many are suspecting is going to be the last fight of his career. I'm not really sure, but I'm guessing so. At 40 years old, the writing on the wall is pretty prominent there. Then you got Jermall Charlo, who was supposed to fight Musiar Suleki. That fight fell through for whatever reason, and I guess he's not going to be fighting until next year. I know for sure Jermell, his brother, isn't going to be fighting Tim Tszyu until early next year. No one knows what's up with Jermall Charlo, but regardless of the situation, Jenibek Alimkhanuly is now the champion of the WBO organization. Now, before you go attacking Demetrius Andrade and saying that he ducked Jenibek Alimkhanuly, understand the reason why he made that specific chess move. He vacates his belt, thus making Jenibek Alimkhanuly the WBO middleweight champion. Now, Demetrius Andrade will be fighting Zach Parker for the mandatory shot to fight Canelo Alvarez for the super middleweight strap. And don't get it twisted, Zach Parker is an undefeated knockout artist himself. Zach Parker's a problem. Go do your homework. So, Demetrius Andrade is still chasing the big Canelo payday. Whether you think that's right or wrong, that's a choice he made as a professional fighter. My boy Demetrius Andrade, a.k.a. BooBoo, has one of the strangest trajectories for any professional fighter in the game right now. He's undefeated, great amateur pedigree, has not really fought anybody of note during his championship reign, but he has gotten paid millions throughout the course of his career. So I don't know what to say about that. A part of me is like, damn, I wanted to see him get in fights with guys like, obviously, Triple G, or Canelo when Canelo was a middleweight, or Jermall Charlo, hell, even Jermall Charlo. None of those fights ended up materializing. Demetrius Andrade doing his thing. Very educated southpaw, very technical southpaw, kind of an elusive hard dude to hit. He's kind of slowed down with age because he's getting up there in his 30s. But I think Demetrius Andrade is still a workable talent. And him versus Zach Parker, when they announced that fight date, is going to be a massive event. So don't sleep on Demetrius Andrade and his fight with Zach Parker. And I don't believe in the word duck, so I don't look at Demetrius Andrade as having ducked anybody. I think he just made a chess move that some might not quite understand what he's doing. But I get it. He wants that fight with Canelo. He's made some millions here and there. Maybe he'll catch that L fighting Canelo. Maybe he'll beat Canelo. Who knows? Maybe he'll never get that Canelo fight. We'll just have to wait and find out and see how it all unfolds. The second piece of news coming up, the big news of the day, really, that was all over the Twitterverse, was MarvNation Promotions scoring a purse bid deal to host the Jose Zepeda Regis Prograis WBC Junior Welterweight title fight. fascinating. MarvNation is a small promotional outfit from out there in the Los Angeles area. It was a concert promotion event company that has kind of moved into boxing and has done some pretty awesome clubhouse level events. Oddly enough, I was just doing media work at a MarvNation event this past weekend out there in Pico Rivera in Los Angeles. I got a chance to hang around with my boy Jacob Jacob Makaloloy. That's what I call him. Jacob Makaloloy. Anyways, my boy, he's an Islander. He trains at my gym. He was a D1 wrestler out there in Columbia University. His family practiced martial arts. His dad owns a mixed martial arts spot up there in Northern California. He's been around it his entire life. He's also been boxing his entire life. Anyways, I tagged along with him for this MarvNation fight event. He got the win. He advanced to 3-0, but it was my first time going to a MarvNation fight event. So just by coincidence, when MarvNation showed up in the news space in the boxing world, I actually knew who MarvNation was. It is owned by Marvin Rodriguez, a Latino businessman whose two sons, if I'm not mistaken, are professional fighters. And that's why he kind of ventured into the boxing event promotion business. And as far as I knew, he was a clubhouse event fighter. It was a fun little event to go to this MarvNation event. So it's very fascinating. Just a quick recap. You got this title fight with Jose Zepeda and Regis Prograis for the WBO Junior Welterweight strap. The purse bid for it was won by MarvNation Promotions, a Los Angeles-based fight promotion company, a relatively unknown player in the game. They came up with a $2.4 million bid. That was $1 million more than the second highest bid by the PPC of $1.4 million. So all eyes are on MarvNation Promotions and what their future moves are with this big power play in boxing. And I look forward to it. Hell, it's going to be interesting. It's kind of like when Triller came in the game, except Triller turned out to be quite the bust. I'm optimistic with MarvNation, yo. Maybe MarvNation got some aces up its sleeve. I don't know where it got the funding from. I don't want to know. It's not my job to know. Maybe they'll reveal it later, but a lot of people online are cracking jokes. Daniel Kinahan and NTK Global. Maybe it's a boxer event. Next week, they're doing a co-promotion event with DAZN based out there in Costa Rica. So maybe there's some link there between Matchroom and DAZN helping line the pockets of MarvNation. Maybe MarvNation just got some crazy funding from a private investor. I don't really know. I probably don't want to know because y'all understand how the boxing world is. It can get kind of strange at times. Anyways, shout out to MarvNation for giving me a media credential last weekend. And shout out to MarvNation for winning that purse bid of $2.4 million to host the Zepeda and Regis Prograis WBC Junior Welterweight title fight. Fun stuff going on in the world of boxing. Anyways, folks, that's it for your boy Hot Boxing Minute. What do you think about Demetrius Andrade vacating his strap? What do you think about Jenibek Alimkhanuly being elevated to full champion? What do you think about MarvNation's $2.4 million purse bid for that title fight? Let me know in the comments section, folks. Hit like if you haven't already done so. Press follow. This is Hot Boxing Minute, folks. I am the future of boxing analysis on this platform. Try and keep up.